thing I know, in the summer of 2022, I get an email saying, congratulations, you're gonna be published. And I was like, oh. 2022 was the year when I cut off so many toxic people and toxic groups. Focus on the little things to make a big change. Really helped me to learn how to embrace the process, even more so than the goal. I've intentionally made more leisure time than I ever have in my entire life in 2022 alone. Happy New Year, my friend. My name is Eunice Tan, and if you haven't been to this channel before, I am a it's 2023. I am an almost 20-year-old university student. I'm a junior in university, majoring in creative writing and minoring in journalism. I am back from a Christmas break with my family. It's been so restful and so great. Basically in my notebook, I have written out two main parts of 2022 that I want to review, and I have categorized them as, firstly, external milestones, and secondly, internal milestones. So basically what I mean is external milestones refers to like the major things that I have accomplished or like learned, or opportunities that I've gotten in the year of 2022 that have really contributed to shaping me as a person, and more specifically for me in terms of like external milestones. 2022 was very much a year of blossoming and planting roots in my passion of writing. Yes, and I will go through that. And then internal milestones is referring to my mental health growth in the year of 22, which is what I am most excited about to share in this video. Because 2022 was very much a year of healing and finding peace and love and joy with myself and with the world around me. So I can't wait to get into all of that with you. I hope, so right now as I go into firstly my external milestones, my goal is to share things that I'm really grateful for, that were monumental for my life in 2022. But as you listen to this, I hope that it serves to encourage you to quote unquote like blow your own trumpet in that way, to celebrate and to celebrate your gratitude and just your happiness about the great moments in your past year. And I hope that the very last thing I want this to be is a platform for comparison. So please do not compare your 2022 to my 2022 or anyone else's 2022. All of our 2022s were different, even though, we've all gone through a global pandemic. There are a lot of common things that we have been put through, but at the end of the day, we all have very different passions. We all have very different levels of ambition. Some of us needed to take more downtime in 2022 and maybe didn't accomplish that much, whereas there might have been other people who like maybe didn't need it that much, but both is like totally fine. So yeah, let's get into it. I got so many wonderful opportunities that I never could have foreseen ever. Yes, and 2022 definitely was probably the best year for my writing. So I'm just gonna go in like chronological order of the things that happened in the year. Firstly, I ended up winning first place for creative nonfiction and third place for a short story that I wrote in my university's creative writing competition. Wow, that really kickstarted this whole pattern of like blossoming in my writing. This year, I was in a very low point. This was like February. I was in a very low point with my writing because I started to doubt myself and wonder if I will ever be able to make a difference with it, if I was good enough. A lot of it was like, am I good enough? At that time, I was in a journalism class. Looking back, I realized that I did produce really good work, and I did get the recognition of like my professor and other classmates in the course, but there were some struggles in that class due to being an ethnic minority in the class. Yeah, so I was in that place, and then I won first place for creative nonfiction and third place for short story in this competition, and I was like, wow, maybe, I am on the right road. Like, this was literally a sign from the heavens, like, you are on the right road. So thank you so much for that, everyone who guided me through that journey. And then secondly, I got inducted in the Sigma Tau Delta English Honor Society chapter in my university. That was awesome. I got a poem published in my university's literary journal, and I also had the opportunity to be serving as an editor on the board, and then so happened that my submission got selected by the other editors, and it was anonymous and stuff, so that made me really happy. I submitted a short story to Sigma Tau Delta's Rectangle, which is a really prestigious creative writing journal that was founded in 1931, and they're cataloged in the Library of Congress. I thought, there's no chance that I'm gonna get accepted, but they don't have a submission fee, so it's free. I'm just gonna try. So that's why I did it. I submitted it, and next thing I know, in the summer of 2022, I get an email saying, congratulations, you're gonna be published. And I was like, oh, mind blown and so thankful. That really was like a turning point, a great turning point in my 2022. Oh my gosh. And then about the same time, I got elected as our chapter president for Sigma Tau Delta in my university. That was awesome. And then I also got recommended to be promoted to editor-in-chief of our university's literary journal. Yeah, that was so awesome too. As president of our chapter, I got to hold community events, one of which was called Fall Into Stories, and it was a fall reading event, and we had quite a bit of traction from the community in our city, and I'm eternally grateful for that event because we had people telling us that listening to our original stories by students at the event, they were just healed and felt the amazing power of stories again from their childhood, which they have sort of forgotten as they grew up over the years. And that sentiment really touched me and everyone else in my group. Yeah, and then I got this semester, so what I mean is the fall semester of 2022, I got this amazing editorial internship opportunity with my university's faculty forum journal. I also got to help edit a young adult novel and a poetry collection. So I learned so much through this experience. Oh my gosh, that could be a whole other video. Yeah, definitely could. Maybe it will be. Yeah, and then I applied for an editorial internship with Penguin Random House for this spring of 2023, and I heard back. And I got through to the final round of the interviews. Yes. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens. But I think it's an accomplishment in itself that I got to the final round. Yay! So super pumped and super thankful for that too. And I also got nominated to apply for another editorial internship in New York City for the summer of 2023, so I'll be working on that. But the nomination really made my day as well. I've just been so blessed in 2022, and I'm eternally grateful for every single one of these things. The very last things I just want to say, I know this is a lot, I just have so many things I'm thankful for 2022, but I got an idea for a novel set in my home country of Malaysia, very close to my heart. It's the story of my heart, and basically I started writing it only in November of 2022 with a very ambitious goal to pass the halfway point by the end of 2022. And guess what? On December 30th of 2022, I passed the halfway point. Yay! I wrote slightly more than 41,000 words, and my overall goal is 80,000 words. So super proud of myself for that. And then I got invited to read 3 of my original pieces at the Sigma Tau Delta International Convention, including the one that's going to get published, and that's going to be this March. So yeah, okay, that's it for my external milestones. And by the way, if you can hear some voices talking in the background, I am in a sort of public area where there are not that many people, but yeah, sorry about that. There's probably someone in the distance. So next is internal milestones. 2022 has, I will never forget how it has taught me to be so much more gentle on myself. And well, okay, it all started with me finally taking the step to sign up for therapy on BetterHelp. And you know, I don't have a sponsor for this video or anything, but I started therapy with them in like at the end of summer in like July. I'm not doing it anymore, but I did it for a couple of months, and it was surely a life-changing experience. Not so much like therapy itself, but therapy was what kick-started me in my personal self-care and like self-healing journey. Helped me through so much of my struggles with anxiety and like processing things that have happened in my life, and learning to be comfortable with myself when I'm alone, being more gentle on myself, realizing how to deal with toxic productivity, toxic perfectionism, toxic people. Oh my gosh, 2022 was the year when I cut off so many toxic people and toxic groups, which I should have earlier, but I think that it really was ordained, like how it all happened in 2022. I learned so much going through those like toxic experiences, and in 2022 I was just like, I have had enough of this and I'm cutting it off, and it was the best decision ever. Also in 2022 I discovered slow living and simple living, really through the YouTube community. That was so healing, just watching videos by people like the Cottage Fairy and Chucky and Morgan Long, I love her so much, just helped open my eyes to the amazing life-changing joy found in the little things. And that is why I'm here today. That is why I started this channel called Miss Little, where we focus on the little things to make a big change. Really helped me to learn how to embrace the process, even more so than the goal. This really applies to writing my novel as well. Like, I started to fall in love with the process of like experimenting with writing marathons. I loved that so much that the words just started to come out. You know, it wasn't easy, but like it started to come out. Progress was made, and because I fell in love with the process and not perfection. Yes, life-changing stuff. Also, I think this year of 2022, I grew closer to multiple family members. My dad, my mom, my sister, my grandparents, my best friend and cousin Ariel. Grew closer to my boyfriend as well, very much. And I overcome much of my obsession with like over-exercise and dieting, which was something that I really struggled with in the past. But I've overcome a lot of it in 2022. And I'm so proud of myself for all of this. I've intentionally made more leisure time than I ever have in my entire life in 2022 alone. I made it a priority to do, you know, experiment with fun artistic things like painting and crocheting, which wasn't very successful, but that's not the point. Yeah, and I would like do these things while I watch a show or without the show. It was just so relaxing, and telling myself that it was okay to rest. Yes, and then I learned to say no. That was a great thing that I learned in 2022. And then also, I grew greatly in the craft of poetry in 2022. This is something that is so valuable to me. I took a poetry class in the fall of 2022, and it helped teach me so much about paying attention to your words, cradling them in your hand, praising them, admiring them, but also like cutting them off when they're not serving you. Oh my, this sounds like we're talking about toxic relationships. Yeah, basically like about the economy of words and really cherishing them, because each and every word is a treasure. I mean, of course we could have a debate about like, oh, this word's ugly and that word's pretty, I don't know, but as a whole, like, it's just grown my love for words so much. Eternally grateful for that. And also I started a little writers group with some girls that I love very much. They're very dear friends to me, and yeah, that has just been a great blessing, and I'm so excited to see them again when I go back to school. So yeah, that wraps up the 2022 review. And lastly, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for watching my videos. YouTube was something that I started in 2022, towards the end of the year. And I know that I don't have a lot of viewers, I don't have a lot of subscribers, like, at all. I think I have like 20 plus, but every single one of you matter so much to me. And I really don't care about how few the numbers are. I have learned so much this year of 2022, but if I were to boil everything down, it would be that I have learned that sophisticated is not as good as simple. There's so much joy found in the simple things, and as strange as it sounds, I know that I have, accomplished a lot in 2022. A lot of great things have happened to me, but I did not accomplish them or come across them with the mindset of like, oh, this year I'm gonna win awards and get published. Like, I did not have any of these plans at the beginning of 2022. Neither did I expect these things to happen. No, I did not set them as goals or expectations. I did not have the mindset that I deserved these things. Instead, I just wanted to find as much joy in my passion and in the little things around me, by serving the people around me and my work of writing in the littlest ways possible. Yes, I cannot emphasize that. By breaking everything down, before you know it, the little blocks assemble and they make a whole, like, humongous tall building. And when you look back, like how I'm looking back right now, only now I'm realizing, like, wow, 2022 was big. I am so proud of myself. I still don't know how all those things happened, but I guess I was doing something right. But it wasn't all because of me. It was these amazing opportunities that were like gifts to me. I was given so many gifts in 2022. I am immensely grateful. Thank you. I just want to thank you, even if I don't know you and I don't know, your life story. I don't know how you look. I don't know where you're from. It doesn't matter. I want to thank you for all that you've done in 2022. The little lessons that you've learned, they're all gonna build up like little blocks. And one day you're gonna look back, and maybe now you are looking back with me as well, and you're gonna be like, wow, I have grown so much. And man, it all starts with the little things. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you would like to see more raw, content like this where we just get personal and learn from each other, please do subscribe below and click that little notification bell and the like button. It really makes my day, and I would love to connect down in the comments as well. Please look out for the next video, which will be me going through my 2023 Notion page, which basically is going to be a little unconventional twist on resolutions, with a more emphasized focus on mental health once again. So yeah, I'll see you there, and a happy new year to you again.